Yo, he ain't ESPN, but he got the lens from five-star freaks to them backwoods gems. 2 to Savage season. Let's be honest, nobody break it like Danny. Walking through combined smoke like a myth. Danny got notes on a kid with no clips. He said, yo, check that DB from Portland State. You're gonna laugh.
Boom. Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, Draft Guru. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like. It don't cost a dime. There's this new little button, hype or something. Don't know what it is. Just click on it anyway. The James Franklin era is over at Penn State, man. 3 straight losses. Oregon, UCLA, Northwestern. If they don't fire this guy, I don't know if he'll be there forever, but he's got to be out. I'm sure he has a nice, beautiful severance package, of multi-millions. You can't say he didn't have a. You're going to laugh. For the last few years, I've been calling Penn State. Penn State is the Dallas Cowboys of the Big Ten. They can't beat a good school. You give them everything they want. They can never get it done. They'll beat up on the Akrons and the Eastern Michigans and the Ohios. But when you put them up against the Ohio States, the Oregon, Michigan, can't get it done. Can't get it done. You can't tell me this year's team wasn't talented. Drew Allar, I'm not a fan of him. You had Nicholas Singleton, Katron Allen, Shelton, left tackle. You guard. I'm going to butcher his last name, so I'm not going to pronounce it. On defense, you had Zane Durant, 3-tech. Edge, Dennis Sutton. I like him a lot. You had Amari Campbell, North Carolina transfer. Zakiya Wheatley. I mean, bro, you guys can't tell me you didn't have a talented team this year. Nate Dogg, what's good? I heard Allar got hurt. What he hurt his brain? I mean, he sucks. I'm sorry. Drew Allar sucks. But some team will draft him because he's 6'5", 230, with light, and he has an arm, but his arm sucks. So I'm going to make this short, going to make this sweet, because there's still a lot of football on this Saturday night going on. You know who's going to replace James Franklin at Penn State? And I'd put a couple dollars on it. Greg Schiano. Because not only Greg Schiano has turned around Rutgers, not once, but twice. Did it once, then he had a few stints in the NFL. One stint in the NFL, then he was an assistant on Ohio State. Then he went back to Rutgers during the C-word year in 2020 and pretty much turned that team around. I believe it was last year. Rutgers beat Miami in a bowl game. So I think Schiano gets the most out of his players. And, some people might cry and say, oh, Manny Diaz going to Duke, hurt him. But even with Manny Diaz, Penn State, man, you're the Dallas Cowboys of the Big Ten. You cannot beat a good team. And even before this game, I'll show you Texas. Before you guys lost today, I said, yo, watch Penn State lose because they're going to quit on him. I don't blame these kids. Got LeVar Arrington's son. He redshirted. A lot of these kids are going to go. I mean, he'll be around, but you see a good 10 to 15 kids get drafted. Who's going to jump in the transfer portal? One thing, though, I give Schiano, Yo, Greg Schiano's hands reaches into Florida, man. Don't ask me how. He gets talent out of Florida. Texas owns OU. Hook 'em. Bro, who's worse? But who's worse, though? Archie Manning or Drew Hauer? I think if you combined both of them, they both would suck. If you made them both into one quarterback, they both would suck. But that's just my 2 cents. Yeah, Drew Hauer's pretty bad, man. But Archie, for being as hyped up as he was, but, it's only his first year. But anything can happen, but I don't see him getting better. But like I said, I just want to make this short and sweet. But I see Greg Schiano getting picked to take over Penn State. I could be wrong. You think they're really good? It's either, my opinion, it's either Schiano or they're going to go after Matt Patricia's defensive coordinator for Ohio State. But I wouldn't do that because, in my opinion, he's looking to get back into the NFL. Where Schiano, I think Schiano has always wanted to be the head coach at Penn State. Then you had all that stuff going on with Sandusky and Paterno. But now, and like I said, man, just look what he did at Rutgers. He turned around a college that was horrendous. Not uno, dos, twice. So listen, man, I'm out. Like I said, this is a college draft channel, and I cover all 32 NFL teams. But this team was talented this year for Penn State, and it still is talent. But they're all going to shut it down now. With Drew Risk going out and getting hurt now, whatever. Let's see what we got. Got Michigan on, USC, Florida, Texas A&M. There'll be games on even at midnight. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO for life. See you mañana. Nate Dogg, thank you for jumping in. Thank you, everyone, for jumping in.